The fuck?
What's up, and welcome to another episode of Winged Octopus. This is Tyler here alongside Tess and Greg. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm wonderful. How are you, fellas?
I'm all right. Greg,
I'm
how are
making
you
it.
doing?
I'm making it. Second podcast in 3 nights, so I'm jacked.
I know, it's wonderful. Isn't it great when you get on here and you get to talk hockey with you wonderful people?
Absolutely. It got awkwardly silent. All right, so tonight we've got something a little bit special since we're heading into the holiday season and we aren't really going to have a lot of time to record more stuff. So we thought we would play a little game tonight. We're going to do a rapid fire question session. I've got about 15-ish questions. The way this is going to work is I'm going to pose one. Tess is going to have around a minute to answer. Tyler's going to have around a minute to answer. Before we go on to our next question, I am also giving them each a coach's challenge. What a coach's challenge will let them do is spend an extra 1 minute trying to elaborate on their answer or discuss it a little further. Does that sound good, guys?
I have to admit,
Sounds
this
good to me.
feels like the Friends episode, like with the Battle for the Apartment. Like you sound like Ross with like the lightning round. Like I'm getting really like nervous but excited. But yeah,
I feel like
let's
Pat
do
Sajak on Wheel of Fortune.
it. Let's do it.
Okay, before we do it, though, we're just going to give a shout-out to Howie's Hockey Tape, our sponsor. Howie's is a Michigan product from Grand Rapids that serves each of the NHL teams with anything they need for the locker room, whether it be hockey tape or other stuff. You can check them out at howieshockeytape.com or .ca for our folks in Canada. And if you use the promo code WINGEDO, you will get a 10% discount on your purchase. So go check out Howie's Hockey Tape today.
Gigantic deals, bitch.
All
Okay.
right. So
On that note,
I think during this, too, I might play Jeopardy music in the background. But we'll see how my editing skills take off. So are you guys ready to start this?
no, but let's go. I'm just hoping my opinions just are right there.
Greg, I was
Now I get
born
pumped
ready.
Oh,
All right.
God.
So then,
Here's
Tyler, you're gonna
Ricky.
lead off the answers then, and while I ask the question and you're answering, we'll let Tess think of her answer.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. So question number 1: will the Red Wings make the playoffs? Go.
I hope so. In my gut, I think it's a possibility. So, yes, I'm going to go with yes. They're going to make the playoffs this year. They're going to sneak in the 7th seed.
That is your answer.
First wild card.
Okay. If you don't want to expand, you don't have to. You literally answered the question in 10 seconds.
I don't need to expand upon that. I hope
All
so.
Tyler's confident.
I'm confident. Yeah.
Okay. Tess,
I like
will,
what I seen last night. Let's put it that way.
Oh, Lord. It's
Tess,
one
will the
game.
Red
Calm
Wings make
down.
the playoffs?
I agree with Tyler in a sense where I hope so. But I've learned that being the overly optimistic Wings fan is like, it's just not what it used to be in the past. So I have to be real. Looking at the points last night, I did not realize how close the league is right now. So it's honestly, I think, could be a race to March to see who makes the playoffs. But they always say Thanksgiving is like that make it or break it time. Who's going to be in those top 8 spots are going to make the playoffs. So if the Wings can keep fighting, awesome. But in my gut, I'm feeling they're going to miss it by a hair, and it's going to be like a heartbreak. But of course I want them to, but I'm trying to be realistic. Like, we have good players and the talent, but we're not Tampa Bay. So
Exactly.
well, I mean, I think like every fan, you want to be optimistic, but you got to be realistic as well, which is a tough thing I've learned over the years, but it's a good balance you got to have being a hockey fan.
You hit that at like exactly 45 seconds,
Bless.
which is crazy. All
Let's
right,
go.
Tyler, question number 2. Who will be traded by the end of the season? Give me 2 players.
Red Wings players.
Mm-hmm.
Well, going back to the last question, if you think you're going to make the playoffs, then why the hell would they trade Mike Green or any of the other pending UFAs? But if I have to answer this, I would say Mike Green, and I would say Peter Mrazek.
Oh,
Damn it, you stole
shocking.
my 2.
Okay.
I'm pissed.
You can still use the same 2. Tess, who is going to be traded by the end of the season?
I don't want any. I get emotionally attached to players. This is like another issue I have because like I'm a female, so I have like this like mother hen where like I care for my children, I care for my hockey boys. I I know they keep saying Mike Green will go, and he can't go because my sassy child will literally go into a depression, and she's too young for that. But if it makes sense, then he will leave. I'm thinking Mrazek as well, but I don't know. I'm also thinking maybe like Nyquist just as like a wild card. I can't really think. I honestly, at the top of my head, maybe Ferk if we're like really bad as like trade bait. I know that's really bad, and I apologize,
That's
but that's
sad.
just it is sad. But it's also Ken Holland, so let's just again realistic. But that's what I'm feeling right now. So we'll have to wait and see.
That was also almost exactly 45 seconds. Are you timing yourself?
No, I honestly just.
I got another one possibly that could move if things shake.
You got 2 seconds. Give me the name.
Darren Helm.
Okay, I'm saying Gustav Nyquist. All right. Next question. Who will be a wing by the end of the season?
You're asking me?
Yeah, you're first.
Gee, you're wasting time, Tyler. TikTok.
Jacob Trouba.
Really? Okay.
Yep, and I have another one. Okay.
Go ahead.
He's a college free agent. So and he's a senior right now. He's actually the best free agent in the country, undrafted free agent in the country. His name is Daniel Brickley, out of
I've heard of him.
What's the name of the school?
Is he in Minnesota?
Anyways, yes, Minnesota State Mankato. That's what it is. Yeah, I think he'll be a Red Wing.
Cool. That's 45 seconds. Tess, who would you like to see as a Red Wing? Who do you think will be a Red Wing by the end of the season?
I have no idea who's even available on the market, so I'm drawing a blank, but I'll just go with my gut. Bring back Brendan Smith to make my heart happy and complete. I'm sorry. I know everyone hates him, but I freaking love him, and I miss him terribly. New York loves him, which is awesome. He deserves the love, but it's a long shot. I honestly have no idea who's even out there to even come here. So I honestly am drawing a blank, so my bad. Not prepared.
I'm going to go with question. I'm going to go with Jonathan Tavares.
Ooh. I would like that.
Yeah, that would be solid.
That would be.
All right.
I got one more.
Oh,
Who? Quick.
Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
Yeah, I could see him getting the hell out of Arizona. All right. Speaking of that, next question. How many games will the Arizona Coyotes win? I think they've only won 2 and lost in overtime.
I'm going with 27.
20? Oh, God, that's terrible.
That's rude. That's brutal.
They're horrible, man. And you know what? Their confidence is gone, too. Their confidence is totally gone. The only good part about that team right now, Greg, is Clayton Keller. Clayton Keller might win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
And he's been tremendous. So, I mean, that's the only bright spot about that team. You know what, though? I'll say one thing about the Arizona Coyotes. Rasmus Dahlin is probably going to be a part of your team. So that's why you could trade a guy like Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
Yeah.
And then they have guys like Dylan Strome and Max Domi and a lot of guys waiting in the wings. I like that. What is his name? Dvorak, Christian Dvorak. That kid's good. They have a lot of good players. I actually happen to like.
You're cut off, Tyler. Cut off.
Okay.
45 seconds. How many games will the Arizona Coyotes win?
I have to be nice because I have family that are season ticket holders for them. Don't ask me
sorry.
why. No, they've been ever since they moved to Arizona. They've been hockey fans. My aunt's from Michigan, so she was raised right.
All right.
I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna go with like 35.
I mean, that's still bad, but I guess that's being nice.
Being nice but realistic. Oh God, I mean, they have Max Domi, bless them. He is attractive to stare at. That's about all they got going for them.
Here we go.
Sorry,
he's
not sorry.
Attractive and a -2 right now.
Typical girl opinion right there. I haven't even kept up. All I know is that they are really bad, and they can only go up from here.
Shout out Clayton Keller, Boston University.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 32.
You're out of time, Tyler. Shush.
32 games. All right, Tyler.
Nice.
Who will be the Red Wings MVP at the end of the season?
Are you kidding me? Are you really asking me that right now?
This is a question. I know your answer, but who will it be?
Greg, It's gotta be Justin Abdelkader.
Shut up.
I'm just kidding.
You're going to hear the
Is
log
gonna, like,
off
roll.
noise from me.
Oh, God.
All kidding aside, Anthony Mantha.
All right, I like that answer. Tess,
Gotta
who's the
be
Red
Anthony
Wings?
Mantha.
Who's the Red Wings MVP at the end of the season?
I like Mantha. If it's not Mantha, I think it's going to be Larkin. Or if it's not one of those two, maybe Mike Green if he stays because he has been awesome. But it's going to be Mantha or Larkin. I think they have come off to a really hot start. And I think I read quotes from last night, and they said that they know that Blashill's called him out, and they expect more out of these two guys, and they've been performing. So and Anthony as well. But Mantha or Larkin, we'll see. But they're doing awesome. They are MVP candidates in my book. So, yeah.
Awesome. I agree. My answer is also Anthony Mantha, especially with his display last night.
Don't take no shit.
No. All right. Tyler, who will be the Red Wings' next captain?
Ooh, this is a tough one. So if you look at the past, Steve Yzerman was the captain. Nick Lidstrom was the A.
You only
Nick
have a
Lidstrom
minute, so don't
captain.
make it a story.
Nick Lidstrom got the captain. Nick Lidstrom was the C. Henrik Zetterberg was the A. Henrik Zetterberg got the captain. If things keep going the way they were, Henrik Zetterberg has the C. Justin Abdelkader has the A. Just saying. So
Yeah,
I would say either Justin Abdelkader or Dylan Larkin.
All right. I'm going to try not to throw up. Tess, who is going to be the Red Wings' next captain?
I do have to say I agree with Tyler's, the history of that. However, after seeing Larkin mic'd up last night and how chatty he is and how, just into the game, he was speaking like he is a leader on this team. And I think Ken Holland and Blashoff, they're still here. God help us all. But I think everyone in that organization is blind if they don't want to give it to Dylan. I'm sorry, Applicator, you just haven't really done a whole lot since you arrived back in, was it 08, 09? I'd rather give it to Larkin, a young guy, so they can maybe do a repeat of what Yzerman did back in the heyday. But I'm really hoping it's Larkin because I think he has awesome potential. And after seeing him mic'd up last night and his performance last night, he has captain written all over him.
Yeah, I was also surprised by he was the only one talking. He was calling plays. Yeah, the mic on him, he was singing karaoke. It was amazing.
It was awesome.
So Dylan, my vote is also Dylan Larkin for captain.
How about after the goal, though? Jonathan Erickson screaming,
Woo!
"Whoa!" He goes.
No, my favorite was Larkin on the bench. When they scored, he went, "Woo!"
Did you hear him go, "Yeah"? I was hoping he was going to go,
"Yes." Singing?
Yeah, the most impressive thing that I saw. The most impressive thing I saw was him chatting the other teammates, but also telling the coaches here's what if we do this, we're scoring, and they listen to him.
Yes,
so,
I thought that was awesome. He has respect on that entire bench, so that he needs to see. Just give it to him.
All right. The question that will make everyone that is not a Red Wings fan salty: is Sidney Crosby finished?
Oh, sorry.
Tyler, is Sidney Crosby finished? You saw my stats earlier. Anthony Mantha has more points in less games than Sidney Crosby.
No, Sidney Crosby is not finished. He's still the best player in the world. Can we stop with this notion? Can we stop with this notion of Sidney Crosby's done? It's like Jaromir Jagr's done. No, he's not. He's still a great player.
My ears are bleeding.
And Sidney Crosby is still the best player in the NHL right now. Connor McDavid is coming, but Sidney Crosby is still the best player. And no, he is not finished.
Oh, Tess, is Crosby done? Is he toast?
I haven't really heard his name a lot this season, probably because I don't really give a rat's ass about him. But I've been over Crybaby since he came in the league back in 05, 06. So he can exit stage left any day now because he has his cups. He has his gold medals. Go retire. Go live your life.
And he has 800 concussions. So
exactly. He's literally a sneeze away from being done.
Yeah, he is a...
go out on top.
Bump away.
I don't wish harm upon him. Of course not. That's just evil, and I'm not an evil person. But he just needs to ride off in the sunset. And you have all these young guys in the league right now. He has talent, obviously. But these young guys they're coming in full force, and he's just going to be outskated eventually.
Yep.
Guys, he's 30 years old.
Yeah, but he's also has the injuries of a 45-year-old. So
he's 30 years old.
Okay, so brings me to my next question. I really like this one. Tyler, remember, you have 45 seconds. If you could have one previous player come back to the team currently, but at their current age, who would it be?
Is this a question, Greg?
It
How
is.
about Datsug?
Okay. That
Gotta be Pavel Datsug.
not the answer I expected. Would you like to elaborate in the 32 seconds you have left?
Yes, I would. Pavel Datsuk is one of the most creative players the game has ever seen, and just for me to see that again, that would just be amazing, and not have to watch games in the KHL to do so. Pavel Datsuk.
Okay, Tess, who would you bring back?
Did you say current, like still playing now or retired?
Nope, retired player that is no longer playing for the Red Wings, but they keep their age.
Oh, I have a list. I mean, if Stevie could strap him back on again, come back. But honestly, Nick Lidstrom. That's just
Okay.
Duh. It's the perfect human. Come back. He was our only thing with defense. We needed defense. Bring back Nick Lidstrom.
I agree with that
Still
too. I
looks
think
like
if
he could play.
Lidstrom came back, it would look like he wouldn't have skipped a beat. So you put Lidstrom with Mike Green, or you put Lidstrom
Stop.
with
You're
Trevor
making,
Daley.
My heart's melting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. My answer would also be Lidstrom or Fisher. So.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
But
because he's still young.
Yes, he is.
He's only 37 years old. You realize this?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
or is he
okay.
older now?
No, actually, he might be younger.
Is he? Oh, okay,
he
so
might
he'd
be.
probably still
He's
be
in his
on the
mid.
wing,
Yeah, he's between like 33
he's in his
and
mid-30s.
35, I think.
Yeah.
He stopped
That is
playing
so
in
sad.
05, so yeah.
All right, next question. Tyler, are brawls like the one in Calgary good or bad for the NHL?
They're good for the game, but they're not good for the game every single night. And that's why you don't see them every single night. The game has gone to a more of a speed and skill game instead of a grinded out kind of game. In the playoffs, it goes more to that grinded out. It's a lot more physical, a lot more, everything like that. So, I mean, it's good for the game, but not every single night. So I think once in a while is fine, but not every night.
Cool. Tess, are you a fan of the brawl and what it does for the league?
Yes, I do agree with Tyler. Not every night, because then you're just watching. It's just you're watching people. What is it from Miracle? Monkeys humping a football. You don't need that. But no, I really wish they would have been on NBSN, NBCSN last night, because being on or just nationally televised, because that would have done so much for the league, the ratings. That's all they want now is ratings. But then they were on locally. I believe they're on Sportsnet in Canada last night. So but Canada doesn't need the popularity like the U.S. does. No, I think it's good because it still makes hockey relevant as being a grinding sport. Luke Witowski said last night, it was some old time hockey. It was just, it kind of brought us back to our childhood, seeing all these fights and stuff. But I like them every now and then, because the game isn't fighting; it's about your talent and speed and skating. So every now and then, not every night, because it would get old.
Yeah, I think it really, if anything, it helps the team a lot. The Red Wings,
yes.
It's a bonding experience for them. So
totally.
All right, Tyler.
That's just one thing. That's why the fighting in the game, the stage fighting, I kind of hated, and I'm glad that the fights now are more just passionate fights after a bad hit or the team getting their asses kicked or whatever.
It was building on all last night. It was awesome to see. Emotion driven.
Next question, Tyler. Who will be the Red Wings general manager next year?
It's not going to be Steve Yzerman, unfortunately.
You sound
I'm
confident.
going to say Chris Draper.
Oh, that hurts my soul. Tess, who's going to be the Red Wings GM next year?
Fantasy Tess is wishing Steve Yzerman will come home, but Chris Illich is around, so that won't happen unless Mrs. Illich gets on the phone and begs Steve to come back. Realistic Tess is thinking they're going to stay in house, and I have to agree with Tyler. Sadly, it's going to be Chris Draper. I honestly don't know who else is on the market, so that's my only.
Someone throw out my answer. Our GM next year will be Ken Holland.
I have one more possibility.
Go ahead.
Dean Lombardi, the guy that built the LA Kings and retired and went off to the sunset, but he could come back and be the GM of the Red Wings.
Okay.
The opportunity.
The other name I've been hearing floating around is Lou Lamoriello. So.
Ooh, I like that.
All right,
is his contract up in Toronto after this year?
I think I think he's up, and then Yzerman's up in Tampa. So
No, Yzerman's not up until the year after.
Are you sure?
Yep, I'm 100% positive with that because that's why I've reverted on Yzerman coming home because we'd have to make a trade for Yzerman, and why would Tampa trade him in the division? That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
yeah.
Next question. When will the league get a new commissioner?
Not soon enough. Sorry.
When Gary Bettman starts to do what Roger Goodell has to the NFL.
Which is?
Ruin reputations, start screwing with sponsorships because of legal issues and everything like that. When that happens, or he dies, that's when we'll have a new commissioner in the National Hockey League.
Oh, Lord.
All right, Tess, when do you wish an untimely demise on Gary Bettman?
I don't wish death upon anyone, but in the words of my late, great, amazing father, he always wished horrible things upon Bettman. He said he wished he would die a slow, painful death. Those are quotes from my father. He's already buried in the ground, so don't come after me. I think with Bettman not going to the Olympics, that's pretty much almost Goodell-like. So I think he already has, he's like 5,000 strikes against him. I think this whole non-Olympic thing is really bullshit. I honestly don't know. I think the GMs need to just get sick of it. Like, he's killing the sport. What has he done to grow the game? Nothing.
So, I hate to say it. I do hate to
enough. It's not your turn. It's not your turn. Shush. I'm not done.
Tyler, do you want to use your coach's challenge?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact,
you want to expand on this?
Oh, I want to expand.
All right.
I don't mean to cut you off, Tess. So basically what I'm saying is like, okay, yes, he's gone through lockouts. He's had, some franchises fail.
Three lockouts.
Three lockouts. Yes.
Oh, 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5. But here's the thing. The game has never made more money than it has right now. And the game has never been more popular than it is right now.
Because
in more
the players.
States. Yes, but Gary Bettman has been the reason why.
No. What are you smoking in Boston tonight? It must be some good shit.
Gary Bettman is a horrible person. We all agree on this, right? We all agree on this. But here's my stance. Okay, here's my stance. Gary Bettman is the reason why the NHL is where it is today.
All right. My answer is when someone solves the riddle of the witch that cursed him. Next question.
Love it.
To Greg. Tyler. Do you keep Blashill after this year?
I guess it depends on the situation. If you make the playoffs, then yes. If you miss and a new GM comes in, say Dean Lombardi, or whoever comes in, they might want to make a change. But if they miss the playoffs and a new GM comes in, I would make the change. If not, then they end up making the playoffs, then I would probably keep them around.
Okay. Tess, do you keep Blash?
So far, like right now, in this point of the season, I would say yes, because again, going back to the Dylan can be mic'd up. No, like seeing and then hearing that Blashill is listening to his players and kind of just, like, okay, these guys know what they're doing. Like, because Blashill, he's not on the ice with them. So he has his players telling him, I can do this, that he's like letting them do it. I'm okay with that. And the team is performing, so I'm okay with it. But if they like start tanking, or if a new GM comes in and wants a new coach, then I'm all for it. I mean, coaches don't stay forever anymore. We don't have Scotty Bowman. We don't have Babcock. Like, I'm fine if we get a new coach. But right now, I'm okay with him staying another season. It's going to depend on his winning record.
All right,
Daryl Sutter.
Yeah, Daryl Sutter or Michelle Therrien.
No, please no.
All right. Adam Oates?
I'd have to think about that. I'd rather have Dale Hunter.
Okay. All right, next question. Which city gets the next expansion team?
Quebec City.
Okay.
The Nordiques are coming back. I'm telling you right now, the Nordiques are coming back. And if we're talking relocation, the New York Islanders, Brooklyn Islanders, whatever the hell you want to call them, are moving to Hartford. I'm telling you that right now. Book it.
Tess, next city for an expansion team.
Seattle.
Okay. Well, they're almost got an arena already.
Either that. I also heard some rumblings that Houston, and I
Oh
think
yeah, I heard the stupid ass Houston thing.
honestly though, I think they could do it. I mean, well,
They could, but
we said Vegas was stupid. I'd rather see Houston get a team than Phoenix right now because I don't think they
Quebec
don't have the
City.
fan base. But Houston, they have so much going on right now that I think they would support a hockey team. And you know what? They have their Lord and Savior JJ Watt, who grew up playing hockey and was a Wings fan. If you can't tell, I love JJ a lot. But he would help promote the city to be a hockey fan. So Seattle, Houston, I'm fine. Just get them out of the freaking desert.
Yeah,
all
Dallas.
right.
Houston fans don't like to cheer for Dallas teams, so I guess it kind of makes sense.
So Tyler already gave his answer to the next question, so I'll let Tess give hers. Which city gets relocated to where?
I like Tyler's answer of the Islanders being relocated. I don't think they've had like a good fan base in like a hot minute. So I don't know where they'd be relocated. Maybe Hartford again. I think though, like honestly, I think that Coyotes are going to be on their way out, and maybe they'll be relocated to Seattle. I have no idea.
All right, Tyler saw my answer earlier. I think the Coyotes are going to go to Quebec.
I like
I'd
that.
be okay with that. Yes.
Yep, I think Coyotes will go to Quebec, and if I think the Islanders go anywhere, I think they go be Toronto too.
Yeah, I don't see that happening though. I really don't.
They want it, and you know Toronto gets what they want.
I don't know. I don't know.
Always.
That takes away from the Leafs fan base, and the Leafs are very territorial about what they have. I think Quebec City would get a team before Toronto does.
All right, so final question that I've got on here. Who is your Griffin that deserves to be on the Red Wings right now, and why?
Joe Hickett. And just because Jonathan Ericsson is horrid, so anything to augment Jonathan Ericsson and get him out of there, would be beneficial because he is horrible.
Okay, Tess, who's your Griffin? When's he coming up, and why?
Well, my Griffin before the season started was Tyler Bertuzzi, and I know he had the injury. I don't know how he's performed since coming back from the injury, but if he's
Very well.
okay, then I want him here right now. I've been a fan of his for the last year, so I'm Team Bertuzzi.
So, Tyler, then I'm going to follow up. How pissed were you when Lashoff was recalled today?
I was just thinking that.
Oh my god! This is the reason why Ken Holland has to go.
Isn't it because of Daly though? It's a precaution. It's not a for sure thing.
It is, but
I hate Brian Lashoff with a passion.
Career AHLer.
Career AHLer, and partially the reason why we lost to the Chicago Blackhawks after having a 3-1 lead in that series. Him and stupid Carlo Koliakovo.
Bertuzzi is doing well right now, so I think Bertuzzi will get a call this year, and I think Svechnikov will also get a call this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I throw a question out to you guys?
Sure.
Go for it.
We got a couple minutes.
Who will win the 2017-18 Stanley Cup?
Oh shit.
Greg, you go first.
Tess, you can go. No, Tess, you go first.
Okay, Tess goes first.
I have to fight my brain.
I'm thinking really hard right now. Well, if we're going off standings right now, Tampa. I would want that to happen just because I feel like they've been close, and even though they're our rival, I want Steve Yzerman to get his cup as a GM, and maybe if he gets his cup in Tampa, he'll think about coming home.
I like that. Greg, your choice.
I am fighting myself on this.
Don't say it.
But
I have a feeling
think the LA Kings
get
the Stanley Cup this year.
I thought you were going to say the Penguins are going to three-peat, and I was about to throw punch you.
No, I was going to say I was down between. I know that the Golden Knights are going to make the playoffs, but I don't think they can go deep. So I've got LA.
This is my choice.
You got LA. All right.
I got LA. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Absolutely. I like that Adrian Kempe kid. That guy can play.
Okay. Yeah, I mean they're doing well even without Carter. And Carter comes back, they'll just do even better. So
their first three centers are going to be Kopitar, Carter, and Kempe.
Wow.
if they, when Carter comes back, I mean that's about as dominant as you get in the Western Conference, and the West isn't as good as it has been in the past, anyways. So
No.
Mm-mm.
All right, so that wraps it up for our quick fire. Did that go well? Did you guys like that?
I did
liked it.
like it. It's good. It's fun. It keeps
Okay.
it fresh. Good job, Greg.
Thank you.
I'm proud. I liked it. I
Yeah,
had
I
to be on
loved
my
it, Greg.
toes. I liked
We'll
it a
have to
lot.
do some more rapid fire stuff at some point in the future, but I thought that'd be a good idea for our pre holiday wrap up show.
For
So
sure.
that's all I got.
Greg.
Tyler, you got any parting news?
Yeah, hopefully the Red Wings can win tomorrow against the Buffalo Sabres.
Tess, do
That
you have
would
any parting news?
before we go off for our Thanksgiving here in the US, happy birthday week to Greg and myself, as we both share a birthday on November 26th. So holla to us, November babies. Woo!
Yeah, I'm gonna be dead this weekend.
Well, it's all for a good cause. Birthday week's important.
I don't really have anything to sign off with. Like Tyler said, the Wings after that thrashing of Calgary, both physically and mentally, I think that's going to carry them pretty good through the rest of their homestand. So
It has to. They are home for 2 weeks. Like that needs to just kind of be that motivating factor.
absolutely.
So, also, I meant to tell you guys earlier. I saw an article that was actually, I think, released yesterday of what LCA is doing to help get more people in their seats.
They're putting money in it.
They have lifted the rule of not being able to move during when a play isn't going on. They said, I forgot, my boss actually was reading it at work today. He said the article, I think it was Local 4 Sports posted it. They're going to let fans in like the first 2 minutes of each period, give them that extra time to freely go back to their seats. But then once that they're going to time it, then they're going to stop, because they think that's also because, what I've heard, people get lost in the concourse of all the cool new shiny
and you
stuff.
can't get back to your seat.
And you can't get back to your seats because sometimes they don't blow a whistle for the first 2.5 minutes. So they're going to try that and see how it goes. So something to keep an eye out and see if it actually works.
I got to say, it's looking better.
I agree.
And I think that fight will improve it.
Yeah, I think so. They've been playing pretty well lately. Even that game that they lost against Columbus, I thought they looked pretty good in that game.
Yeah.
So.
Well, this homestand, I think,
Tyler,
will make a statement. So.
Yeah. Tyler, I'll let you take us out.
All right, guys. So I want to thank you guys for joining us. Greg, please shout out your Twitter handle, please.
I am on Twitter at Bringing the Wing.
Yes, you are. And Tess, what is yours?
Mine is at TMDudleyXO.
Yep, you can follow me on Twitter at Tyler_Seal. You can follow the Winged Octopus on Twitter at Winged Octopus. You can also like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and you can also go to our website from our Twitter. That does it for me. Everybody, happy Thanksgiving, guys. Happy birthday. It's early.
Thank you.
Go Blue. Beat Wisconsin this weekend.
Yeah, and subscribe to our podcast and leave us some comments because we love you.
Absolutely.
Yes, we do.
All right, stay classy, Hack It Down. Have a good night, guys.